Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week. Welcome to the channel. You're about to watch Best Reaction from Jonathan Swan in Axios interview with Trump. Before jumping into the video, don't forget to click the bell button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing and exciting videos. President Donald Trump's interview on Axios HBO was filled with so many crazy moments, but the best part was amazing reactions from interviewer Jonathan Swan. Let's take a look.
When you have somebody that has it, where there's a case, the people that live from those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population.
Number 10. On John Lewis. Trump was asked about how the late civil rights icon would be remembered, to which Trump replied, "I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration." The question was prompted by Swan to give a nod to Lewis's activism in civil rights. Instead, Trump emphasized on skipping inauguration and said it was a big mistake. Jonathan wasn't pleased at all.
I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration.
Number 9. On coronavirus numbers.
I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can.
Trump forgot his lines and tried to incoherently explain the coronavirus numbers based on the charts given to him. He didn't know what any of them meant. He said that United States is lowest in numerous categories. Jonathan looks at the chart and realizes that Trump is only explaining the proportion of patients who die and already had the virus.
We're lower than the world.
Lower than the world?
Lower than
what is that?
Europe.
The number is definitely little. The problem is that more people have it. Jonathan tried to explain it to him, but he seems not to understand.
Here's one right here, United States. You take the number of cases. Now look, we're last, meaning we're first.
Last? I don't know what we're first in.
Number 8. On Civil Rights Acts. Trump said that the Civil Rights Act was actually a mistake. To this, astonished Jonathan replied, "You think the Civil Rights Act was a mistake?" But Trump changed the subject back to his administration and said that black unemployment was actually low, before it became high later on.
The kind of millions and millions of ballots, they've never
It'll be bigger this year because of the pandemic.
Bigger?
Number 7. On Ghislaine Maxwell. Trump had previously expressed well wishes for Ghislaine Maxwell.
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach.
Jonathan asked about Ghislaine being arrested on the allegations of child sex trafficking. Trump replied, "You don't know that." Unamused, Jonathan wasn't happy with Trump giving a guilty sex trafficker the benefit of the doubt. But he did note the fact that Maxwell had been arrested.
Epstein
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well.
Number 6. On reading. Trump was asked about if he reads his briefings. He said he definitely reads.
Do you read your written brief?
I do. I read a lot.
Really?
You know, I read a lot. They like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
He started to boast of himself being extraordinary and being better than anybody Jonathan has interviewed in a long time. At this point, Jonathan was completely at loss to process all of the nonsense he was being fed. Number 5. Defending Putin's bounties. Trump denied that Russia is paying bounties to the Taliban for killing American troops. He also denied the reports of bounties being in his intelligence briefing, which they were. He defended Putin from arming the Taliban. He also said he didn't bring the issue in his last call with Vlad. Jonathan tried to counter him with facts, but Trump didn't hear it. Number 4. On coronavirus testing. Trump has continuously disapproved coronavirus testing because the number of cases makes him look bad. This time, he attributed this case to undefined books and manuals which say you shouldn't test too much. Jonathan was confused. He asked, "What books?" But Trump changed the topic rather than explaining it. Number 3. On coronavirus. The coronavirus testing system has proved to be disastrous in the United States. Different parts of the system have found it difficult to coordinate or communicate with each other. and people have to wait so long for the results that the signal is useless. Trump presented it as if it was good. He boasted that the system has had different kinds of tests. Quote, "The only thing we have now is some people have to wait longer than we'd like them to." Jonathan was astonished by this widely wrong reply. Number 2. On holding a rally during a pandemic. Jonathan asked Trump about why he would hold a large maskless rally during a pandemic. Trump completely ignored the main point and started to boast about the size of the crowd and said that it was twice as large as the media reported. Jonathan wasn't amused at all. He tried to clarify his point, but Trump only said Oklahoma was doing very well as a state during pandemic. Number 1. On controlling the virus. At several points, Trump said the virus can't be contained any better than it is now. Jonathan pointed out that there are still 1,000 Americans dying of coronavirus per day. Trump replied saying that it's true that people are dying, but the virus is under control as much as you can control it. You've just watched Best Reactions from Jonathan Swan in Axios interview with Trump. Thanks for watching, and let us know which other exciting topics you'd like to see in the comments section below.